Welcome back to Learn SKN, and today we're going to continue looking at the May-June 2013 Management of Business Unit 1 Paper 2. Yeah, that's a long title. So the May-June 2013 Management of Business Unit 1 Paper 2. Keep. So yes, we're going to look at that. We're going to continue looking at that one. So last time we looked at question number 1 and we knocked it off. So last video was question number 1. Now we're looking at question number 2 in this video. Alright, our question number 2 again, 25 marks, but this one is broken down even more than question number 1. We have an 8 pointer, 2, a 6, and a 9. And so let's jump right in. XYZ Company Limited, a firm specializing in the manufacturing of chemicals, has reviewed its mission statement to include corporate social responsibility as part of the company's mission. A. Define the term mission statement and state 3 reasons why it is important for XYZ Company Limited to have a mission statement. Okay, good. So we're going to try to use the textbook as much as possible for this question, because I know some of us have this textbook and we can get the answers. We can just eke out some of the answers from the textbook. But there are a lot of other answers outside of the textbook. But because I know some of y'all would have the textbook, you'll be able to relate and go back and follow. So we're going to try to use the textbook for that one. Okay, mission statement. Mission statement is a statement which outlines the main aim of a business or a company. So a mission statement is a statement that outlines the main aim of a business or a company. So that's the definition right there. So I will give you the part for the definition. So define the term mission statement. It's been defined as the mission statement. This is a statement which outlines the main aim of a business or a company. Then part 2 asks, state 3 reasons why it is important for XYZ Company Limited to have a mission statement. Like I said, we could freestyle it and stuff, but we're gonna look at the book so that you can follow along. And so in the book, they outline some reasons why it is important for this company to have a mission statement. And you see, in this one, I said state, right? So when I say state, we're not talking about a whole epistle. Yeah, you just have to state like a 1 or 2 lines, and that's it. State. And so here we go. So one reason why it's important to have a mission statement gives a clear outline of the business's aspiration and values. So within your mission statement, you as a company, you're going to outline what you want to be as a company, what you hope to attain as a company, and also what values. So maybe you can very well separate these two and get 1-2 marks for each. So you might separate them and say, okay, a mission statement can give a clear outline of the business's aspirations, and then in the next sentence it said a mission statement can give a clear outline of a company's or business's values. So those are 2 reasons why it's important. They give a clear outline of what the company wants to achieve, its aspirations. They might want to say, we're going to be the best provider of whatever in the region, or we strive to be the best whatever in this area, or in this field, in this department. Or they're going to outline what values, the core values that the company has, right? So the core values are what they're going to use in order to achieve their objectives, their goals. That's what the mission statement is all about. How the company aims, what the company hopes to do. But as I say, a mission is never over. It's never over. So it's an ongoing thing. Also, it enables all stakeholders to understand the underlying reason for the actions that are taken by the business. You hear this one again? It enables all stakeholders to understand the underlying reasons for the actions that are taken by the business. So what we're saying is that if persons out there, or even employers, employees, customers, if they see the company acting in a certain way, based on the mission statement, they would know why the company is doing that. They would know why they are doing what they are doing. Also, the mission statement usually says what the company or the firm sets out to do during its operation. So during this course of operation, the mission statement outlines what the company is going to do, what it's going to do during the operation to achieve that mission. So right there you have 3 reasons or 4 reasons why a mission statement is important. There are others out there. For example, mission statements can be used by a company to explain their why, as in why the business exists, why they do what they have to do, why. So this is the purpose. This is the reason for operating. So mission statement can help to explain why the business exists in the first place. Now let's look at some examples of mission statements and we'll get the gist of it. JetBlue, everybody knows JetBlue, a very economical airline, to inspire humanity both in the air and on the ground. So if you see JetBlue having all these, rock bottom deals, these different ways of transporting persons, you know why? Because they're home to inspire persons both in the air and on the ground. Then we have Tesla. Everyone know what Tesla is. Elon Musk, Tesla. That's the company leading the charge with the electric vehicle revolution. And what is the mission statement? To accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. So when Tesla is doing something, you know why. You know what their why is? That's what they're there for. You know what their goal is? To enhance sustainability, to transition the world into more sustainable energy use. And you see that all the time because they want to move from the fossil fuel industry into more electric vehicles. So you understand what Tesla is about. You get that gist from what they are based on their statement. We have TED Talks, spread ideas. TED is all about spreading ideas. You go on the stage, you talk, and that alone, when you see, that's why you know what the company is, because people go and talk. You know what the idea is behind. The whole thing behind is to spread ideas. Then you have LinkedIn, you have PayPal, to build the web's most convenient, secure, and cost-effective payment solution. So you hear that, and so we come back to some of the importance of the mission statement, and you can see how they align. So the statement outlines the main aim of the business. It gives a clear outline of the business aspiration. So a clear outline. So for example, let's go back to Tesla. Clear outline what they're trying to do. Accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Clear, you can see it. You can also get from them some of their values. Because if you're talking about sustainability, you know what the values would be. They're not into the fossil fuel, not into all the fuel, the emissions and things like that. So you can get their values from that. It enables all the stakeholders to understand the underlying reason for the action that are taken by the business. So when you see Elon Musk would design a pickup truck with 3 engine and stuff like that, you know why? For sustainability purposes. When you see Elon Musk put a whole lot of stations, battery stations, charging stations, you know why? To get the world off of fossil fuel and onto the electric future. So those are some reasons why the mission statement is so vital. Some other reasons include it provides the company direction. So this is very important. It's an easy one to remember. It provides the company direction. Simple as that. What they're saying is that the company is going to strive to achieve its mission statement. So that's the direction they know they are going into. So again, we go back to Tesla. We know that they want to move the world for transition into sustainable energy. So we know that's the direction they're going to go into. So that's their mission. That's the direction the company is going to go into. So they're going to do everything they can to help the movement from fossil fuels into more sustainable energy sources. Then it acts as a guideline for the decision making. Very important again. It doesn't make sense to go against your mission statement because that would put your company in a bad light, in the public's eye. So you have to act in accordance to your mission statement. So if your mission statement is all about sustainability, sustainable energy, then why would you go and merge with let's say, a coal producing firm as Tesla? Why would Tesla want to merge with that firm? No, that wouldn't even be a thought in their head because that's not part of their mission statement. And so they would not go and make an investment in some kind of non-renewable energy source. So those are other reasons why a mission statement is important. The important reason why it's important is that the mission statement helps to shape the work culture or corporate culture. The mission statement can let you know, okay, this is what this firm about and this is how I expect the firm to behave. So for example, when you look at Google and those kind of companies where they have this whole, whimsical way of doing things. Google, when you go on the campus, you see, places for people to just relax and get the energy is flowing. Places for people, they ride bicycle on the campuses. They have rooms just with games and things like that because they want the creative juices to flow. And so the mission statement creates that corporate culture. Everybody know Amazon. Look at Amazon's mission statement. To be Earth's most consumer-centric company where customers can find and discover anything they might want to buy online and endeavors to offer the customers the lowest possible prices. And we know this for a fact. This is what Amazon really strive to do. And as such, Amazon has a corporate culture right now. Now, it mightn't be the prettiest from what you heard from the news, because it's all about getting things to customers at a low price and as fast as possible. And so because of that, that's Amazon's corporate culture. A little, always on the go, always hustling. It's all about quick efficiency, that kind of thing. So you can get the corporate culture from the mission statement. So those are a lot of examples. Look at Nike, bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. If you have a body, you are an athlete. And we know for sure that's Nike living up to that. Because Nike would sponsor para athletes, Nike would sponsor anybody they can, even some bigger persons. Nike would sponsor them. They have apparel for plus size ladies for them to work out in. And you see some of the commercials Nike would put out. You see one with Serena and women, girl power. They want to put out on International Women's Day to show the strength of women and stuff like that, to be inspiring. So you know for a fact that this is going to govern Nike's corporate culture. It's going to govern Nike's values, their aspiration. Because you see Nike, look at the Colin Kaepernick thing with Nike. They chose to side with, to be on the good side of history and give him his endorsement still, even though the NFL kicked him out and everybody was against him. Nike said, no, that's not how we do things. Right? So you expect that from Nike. So that's the mission statement in a nutshell. All right, next question. I know this was a long-winded one, but we're moving on to the next question. Define the term social responsibility as it relates to businesses. Social responsibility. This is a practice of a firm to act in a manner so that their actions do not negatively affect society or the environment. So that's the definition right there. Social responsibility. This is the practice of a firm to act in a manner so that their actions do not negatively affect society or the environment. 2 marks in the bag right there. That's all they ask for, the definition for social responsibility. And you can see too, society, responsibility, all about doing the good thing or owning up to when something happened that is out of your control. So as a company, you want to be able to accept responsibility when you do wrong, but also strive your best to do the right thing and always be on the right side of the law, the right side of history, so that you don't negatively impact society or the environment. So the whole thing with social responsibility is to be a good corporate citizen as a business. Be a good corporate citizen. Do things that enhances the society around it, the community around it, as opposed to bringing it down. And so social responsibility, this is a practice of a firm to act in a manner so that their actions do not negatively affect society or the environment. And that's 2 easy marks right there. 2 easy marks and you're good to go. All right, B2. Outline 3 ways in which XYZ can demonstrate social responsibility. Again, this one, that's a good thing about POB and MOB. Once you use a common sense, you'll be able to answer a lot of these questions. Now, how can a firm demonstrate good social responsibility? Clearly, you can see it. Things like sponsorships, things like, do not pollute the place, and other good, keep the ear clean, give back to the community, provide a good clean space around your operations, things like that. So we're going to look at some of the ways they can demonstrate good social responsibility. Quick one from the book. Producers who use recycled materials in the manufacturing of products. So you can use recycled materials instead of, totally like using a lot of plastics and things like that that don't biodegrade and stuff like that. So you want to use products that are recycled and that are environmentally friendly. But we're talking specifically here to XYZ Company Limited, and so we know their job is to manufacturing of chemicals, and so therefore you know what they have to do, because you don't want any chemicals blowing up in anybody's face, you don't want any fumes going into the atmosphere, you don't want anything being dumped into the ocean, contaminating the soil, the rivers, and things like that. So based on knowing that, you can just come up with a lot of ways that you can see the company demonstrating social responsibility. One easy way, of course, they can, like I said, give scholarships to students to pursue higher education in various fields, maybe chemical fields, if they want to. So they can give scholarships. They can sponsor different events, school-based events, community-based events. Those things can sponsor those things to help enhance the community. You can basically adopt a certain area, a green area, so you can make sure that you're helping with the carbon sequestration and stuff like that in the atmosphere, because you're producing chemicals, so you want to reduce your carbon footprint. And so as a company, a chemical company, you may want to plant trees, adopt green areas to help maintain the balance of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Also, you're producing chemicals, so as a company you want to utilize the most safest ways of producing the chemicals. If it means you have to upgrade your equipment so that you can release less emissions, less carbon into the atmosphere, do so. If you have to put on filters and those things on your equipment, that's another way you can demonstrate good social responsibility. So also, of course, you have to make sure you provide a good environment for your employees. So you have to make sure that the work environment is safe, chemicals are not affecting them negatively, things like that. You want to make sure you have a nice healthcare plan in place for your workers, and so that if something happens to them, they are taken care of. So all of that, just think of ways in which a chemical company can do things to positively impact the community, society on a whole, and then you'll get your 3 marks and you outline. So they want you to basically run well with this one. Get your ideas, let them flow as it relates to the demonstration of social responsibility by the chemical company. Also, they can also engage in experiments to research to help to reduce the reliance on certain chemicals, find ways to make the chemicals more environmentally friendly if they can do so. And of course, one of the big ones that benefit both society and the company when you have tax write-offs and stuff is charity giving. Charitable giving. You give to charity. That's a big way of giving back. That's a big way of demonstrating social responsibility, and at the same time on the side you get a little tax reduction and things like that, but still you're still demonstrating social responsibility. All right, so all those are things that you can use to outline ways in which that company XYZ can demonstrate good social responsibility. All right, number B3. Explain 3 reasons why it is important for XYZ to include social responsibility in its mission statement. So so what they're saying is, once you put out your mission statement, try your best as XYZ company to include some aspects of social responsibility. You can't just put yourself away from that. You can't just be all about the profiteering, just profit. You need to, this is modern times, and so companies need to look as though they are forward-looking, forward-thinking, and good corporate citizens. So right, we got an answer right there. One, explain 3 reasons, because you want to have a favorable view of the company in society. So you want good PR in a sense. So you want society to see your company as progressive, as forward-looking, forward-thinking, and just an overall good company to work for. So that's one reason why they include social responsibility in the mission statement, so that off the bat they know, well, this company, they ain't too bad, because they have their workers' best interest at heart, they have the community's best interest at heart, things like that. So you put that in the mission statement somewhere. When you look at Tesla's mission statement again, sustainability. One time that sounds as though you care about the environment, you care about people, you're a caring company. So let's look at that mission statement again. So look at Tesla's own. Again, Tesla's own is very simple, but it says a lot, right? To accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. So right there you see the word sustainable energy. One time you think, this is about the society. It's about being good, doing good for society. You get that, because fossil fuels are no good for society. You're burning carbon emissions. They are non-renewable, things like that. But when it's sustainable energy in this statement, this is a company that's all about helping getting the world in a better place. So you get that from just the mission statement alone. So you can put the company in a favorable light. Why else is it important to include social responsibility in the mission statement? All right, so we have some more here, right? Improve and enhance the firm's public image. That's what we just explained. Another reason why it is important for them to include social responsibility in the mission statement is because of the effect it would have on the society as a whole and also its employees, right? Because when you see a mission statement and it includes something that's, socially acceptable, something that's socially positive and things like that, it's going to give the employers, the workers, a sense of pride, a sense of ownership, a sense of being glad to work for that company. So you can, in essence, build morale. You can help build morale when your mission statement, it gives the employees a purpose, like they're working towards something that's very important, something that can actually help society. So having it in your mission statement and living up to it, that helps the overall, not only, like I said in part one, that he gives the company a good look in society, but also it gives the workers, the employees, a certain sense of pride and that the company has certain values that are positive towards society and the community. So that's another reason why it's important, so they can help the workers to buy in and be a part of the company and be glad and be willing to work within that company based on a mission statement that includes something that alludes to social responsibilities. And the next reason why you might want to put it in there. So, like I said, once you think about it, you can come up with a lot of answers. They're not going to be textbook answers, but once they make sense, then you should get your marks for that one. Another reason, so a third reason, okay, so this might sound a little cynical, but it has its merits. When you include social responsibility in a mission statement, that can help as it relates to marketing. So when you want to market your company, when you want to sell your company to other people, once you see something social responsible in there, persons might quicker buy something from you, do business with you, because your brand is now tied to something that is positive, something that helps the community, something that helps society. So putting it in your mission statement would, of course, want people more use it as a marketing tool. So you can put it on your, put it on your website, your whatever, your banners, your blog, your Facebook page, your YouTube, whatever. You put the mission statement up there. You can use that as a way to attract more customers, not only employees, right? Not only employees, but you can gain more business. You can gain more persons wanting to do business with you because they know that you are a company that is socially responsible. So nobody really wanted to have any tie-in with a company that is not socially responsible. So you can, market all you want, but if you sound as though you all about the profiteering, the profiting, then that's a strike against you. So when you want to help with your marketing efforts, having a social responsible message in your mission statement could really help with your overall marketing efforts. And so that's the next reasons why it is important to include a social responsibility in your mission statement for marketing efforts. So what we covered so far, we said, one, it can put your company, put the view of your company in a good light, good PR. The society, community makes your company look good. They say that's a nice company and, you look good. So that's one reason. Two, you can motivate your employees, help retain employees, help attract employees because of your mission statement, and it leaning on the side of good social responsibility. And I told them, we said here is it can help with the marketing effort where you can use that mission statement proudly, and you can gain more business because people want to do more business with you because they see you as a nice, good corporate citizen. You're a company that is socially responsible, and so they want to link with you. There's so many examples of companies out there that are tied to, let's say, sweatshops and things like that. You remember Nike and some of those other apparel companies? They were tied to sweatshop and people sewing things and stuff. Little children, child labor and things like that. No, they distance themselves from that. They don't want anything to do with that. So they make sure not have that out there and have a nice mission statement to show that they are socially responsible. And so you answer this question here. This one would have been if I was to choose, I would have done question 1 in this section because 1, 2, I good to go. But this one, a 9-pointer is almost as large as a 6-pointer, almost as large as an 8-pointer. So this one would have been a bit rough. But you have options, so that's it for the the module 1 questions from the MOB. You have options, so you can choose 1 or 2, whichever one you studied best, and you go to town on that one. Alright, so that's it for this video. The next video we're going to look at would be question number 3. And so the only way you know when that drops is by, of course, liking the video, sharing the video, and subscribing and hitting the notification bell to know when Learn SKN drops number 3 for the 2013, the May-June 2013 CAPE Management of Business Unit 1 Paper 2 questions. Alright, so thanks for watching, thanks for listening.